So, some of you were awoken from this. Emil turned to wake those up that were not. Again, hellhounds with flames pouring out of their mouths as they ran and rushed the camp, leapt up on different members of the party, many attacking Brixi, doing a fair amount of damage to her. A couple of impish creatures are hopping and dancing about with little flames dancing off of them. The second one that ran up again was like, "You can all leave. We don't care about you. We want her. Leave the tiefling. You can go." And where that ended. Unended.
Chat has asked a good question. Is Blueberry Pancake with us?
Oh man, I missed another video thing. What's right. Yes, I'm going to add hey Melissa. Okay, Beth, isn't that exciting? He's gonna astrid it up a little bit. Yes, I am going to add. Oh gosh, I don't think I have a setup for 7 people. Just for 7 people. My multitasking sucks so hard. All right, that's okay though. We'll make this work. It's well worth it.
So Stormfall, as Nevik is pointing out, takes place in a distant world where the evil overlord is a puppy named Blueberry Pancakes.
I love it.
So cute.
He's so cute.
Yeah, possibly so deadly.
It's just a bunny rabbit.
We just don't know. Run for your lives.
All right. So sorry, guys. I'm going to be slightly distracted just as I get this set up.
Oh, Dan, never.
Dan.
Okay.
This sets up.
That's awesome.
So many things to move. All right, let me see if I can try and get this going. Let me get the combat tracker up here.
Oh yeah.
All right. What I don't have is a thing for that. Currently, while you've all been camping together, Brewer, I would say, probably took Puppers for a walk. And that's why he missed the first round of combat. So we'll see. He'll probably end up joining once I get things set up here. But we left off with, you're right, this imp. I don't think it did any attack or anything yet, but I can't remember, so we'll say it did. And asked for Brixi, so we'll pick it up there. Laughing, we don't care about you. Little flames dancing off its hands. Give us that one. You can leave. Give us her.
Punch again.
Nice. Is everyone still just sticking to combat?
I think Kaylin told at the end of the last session that he would never get her.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Something similar.
Very well. More fun for us. More fun for us. And that brings us back to the top of the round.
Kaylin narrows her eyes.
Awesome. All right. Who do we have first here? Ooh, this hellhound, which is attacking Felix. I'm so sorry. Is Felix back? I don't have the camera up for it.
No,
not yet.
What have we learned? We end up killing Felix when Ed is not here.
This is true.
We don't kill Felix. Dan does.
That is true.
Yeah.
What have we learned?
More true.
Awesome. Well,
we have learned nothing. Well, Dan has learned nothing.
Ooh, you know what?
I have 2 locked up. I'm gonna have to go out then.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this hellhound. Let's see. Oops, come on, just turn. Kind of gets his claws down off of Felix and turns to sort of line him up with Mina and releases this hellish cone of fire from its mouth. Would get it right here, huh? You can feel the heat. M, since you're nearby. Oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds. And whoever else is nearby. This Fantasy Grounds doesn't want to work for me now. So it's going to Mina. It's actually going to hit the other Hellhound because it doesn't really care so much, as well as Felix. Yes.
We get a roll a save, right?
Yeah, it rolls
Please.
it.
No, let me roll my own dice.
Yeah, go ahead. That's right. It's real dice night, so go for it.
Real dice night. All capital letters. Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Taking half as much in a successful one. Okay. So me, right, Felix. I guess I should do it in here instead of with real dice, so I don't burn him. Don't burn. Okay. A dexterity save. 13. Okay, he just saves. Yay! See, I don't always kill everybody. Always. Releasing this cone of fire that again scorches Felix's already burned side and face, and Mina's. So in fact, I'm just gonna have it roll the fire damage, and then I add it manually. Ooh, 26 points. So 13 points to Mina, unless you have any fire protection. And 13 points to Felix. As the heat, the flames cascade over you, dissipate after a couple of seconds of this. You know, howls up like a wolf up at the sky. Ooh, and this one recharged. Perfect. This one, seeing that, turns to try and catch Mina and M, and maybe some of the brush, and does the same thing. It howls first with the other one. They're both howling, and it unleashes this cone of fire. So go ahead, Mina again, and M. Racina, if you guys would roll a dexterity saving. Please.
18.
Nice. Okay, that is.
Just a second. My it just keeps being about. I keep closing.
I love the sound of dice rolling. 15. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna use a combo of FG and physical dice.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, it's cool. All right. Let's see. 23. So 12. So 13. All right. 13. Mina and M. Again, right after the first one, Mina, you're sort of like ducking to protect yourself as from right in front of you, this other hellhound turns and unleashes this conical torn of flame. Dances across you, scalding, burning.
How much damage was that?
It was another 13. That was the half damage.
13 was half?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good, guys.
It has to recharge, so it's not like an always thing. That brings us to Mina.
And her hair is really fluffy.
Yeah, this is what happens. Boing, boing, it gets really curly and poof.
It looks magnificent, Dan.
Thanks, yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
Spell slots. What have I used? Well, first I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on myself because I'm almost dead.
Yikes.
I haven't rolled out my d8s yet.
Mina suffering from allergies in this particular forest.
That's not very good.
Rummaging for her allergy meds and
Yeah.
health potion. That's some healing.
Got a cough drop right here. Okay, so I just cured the 13 that I took. And then I'm gonna do a 2nd level healing word at Felix there. No, 1st level. Sorry, 1st level healing word.
Ooh, okay.
So that's a 3rd. That's a 1st. That's a 4. Yay! So you get 8 points. He gets 8 points of heal.
Nice. Much to his relief, some of you reach your hand out, some of the divine energy comes over and heals some of the flame wounded flesh. Does it not do?
Druid, you're gonna have to help me with healing here. There's a lot of hurt. And I'll pull out my rapier, and so I'll pull out my rapier, but I'm also reaching back for my staff.
Okay.
Just in case.
Gotcha.
And grounds. That is my turn.
Neat. And Felix just connected. I'll give him a second here to get plugged in, so to speak. If in fact he's here and ready. No, if you're hearing us, Felix, Ed, no rush. Like if you're like, I've got to give me a second. I just stepped in the door or something like that. No worries. This will give me a chance to get.
Dan, I don't know if it's up on Fantasy Grounds, but I also have Shield of Faith up, so my AC is up by 2.
Let me see. I don't see it. Nope. Let me. I'll just cast it on you. I'll have you cast it on yourself.
Because I thought I did it last time, but
you may have, and it just.
Oh no! I need to make con saves. Hang on. Okay, that's a 10. Yeah. Oh no.
Oh boy.
No, that's a 3.
Oh,
That's not a save.
Oh no! Is that your Shield of Faith that gets lost?
Yeah. Yep.
Bummer.
Crap.
And almost beforehand invisible shield shatters into a bunch of little flakes and pieces and disappears into nothingness.
Oh boy.
Dun, dun. All right, let's see. Let me just check chat. I'm gonna just not have Ed hold his turn. Oh, you're here. Okay, hey Ed. Yeah, it's your turn. Yay!
Perfect timing. Dan tried to kill you.
Yeah. Thanks for the healing, by the way, Mina. Let's see. Can I? How bad are we? How bad off are we? Pretty bad off.
You and I are pretty bad.
Not as bad as me.
I'll just do the regular stuff. I was thinking about doing a grapple, but Hellhound seemed kind of burny, so that might not be the best idea. Okay, so that's already targeted from yesterday, last week. And let's roll to attack. Oh, great.
Oh,
okay,
that must just missed. Yeah.
Yeah. Secondary attack.
Oh, Ed.
Get it.
Real dice night.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
right.
I don't have my sheet up, so I'll finish doing this for this turn, and then next turn I'll do real dice.
Okay.
Well, Ed is thinking, do I get the inspiration dice for rolling
Oh, did you get the highest? Absolutely, then.
Yeah, I gave my sub inspiration dice to Nev on Tuesday.
Ah, that's right.
I was selfless.
Oh.
Okay, and then bonus action to do the back at the stick.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh.
Ah, these things are just really agile. You swing the first, misses, come back, and you strike. True. Dealing a good amount of damage, right? 10 damage?
Did Felix not get extra training just
Or
yesterday?
12 damage.
Did you waste that extra tutelage that you got?
Maybe I should start using my fists instead.
You see
Alright.
Felix sort of look down at his weapon, then his fist, like,
Hmm.
He was just burned. To be fair.
This is true. All right. Who's next? Emil, you're up.
All right. I believe I have my bow out from last round, so I'm going to focus on the Hellhound in front of Felix.
Nice. Okay.
That would be a 16.
Let's see. I feel like that's their AC. Yeah, that hits.
All right. Let's roll some damage here. This may take a minute.
That's lots of dice. Oh, and M, don't forget you've got your wings. You can technically fly in a battle like this and cast crazy things down from the sky.
So I get caught in trees.
I did not roll great. That's 19.
Oh, still, wow. All right.
Oh, you
19,
did. You didn't roll great, but you hit. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Woo! And this was with your your short bow?
Yeah.
Nice. So from the woods, hidden initially in the shrubs, this arrow comes flying out just past you, Felix, as you just finished with these strikes, and you get one good one in, and it whines and yelps and looks up just as from the side. This arrow sticks right into the side of its neck, this burly, muscly side of its neck, dealing a fair amount of damage. It sort of hobbles off to the side a bit, and then kind of like tries to prop itself up. That leg clearly weak now.
I will use my bonus action to hide, and I rolled a 25 stealth.
Yeah, you poof. Emil's gone again. You know what I'll do? Yeah, I think at the bottom. All right, M. You're up. Currently, you're on the ground, but I forgot about the wings. So I just wanted to mention it. You do whatever you want, though, of course.
Hey, Mina, have you used all of your healing stuff?
I just had things mismarked on my paper sheet, so I still have a few more spells left.
How about you, Brixi?
But I could use help
Okay.
with healing. These things do a lot of damage.
We got you. We got you. I just realized we have 2 druids and a cleric who does healing.
Welcome to the bar.
Okay. Yeah, what would you like to do, Em?
Because nobody cares anymore.
Oh,
I'm gonna heal Mina.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine.
If the rogue's gonna cry, he's not a very good rogue. I'm snarky tonight, guys.
You're fine. You're fine.
I love you more.
Can't find the token I had for Brewer.
But I have spells.
I think I have healing spirit, right?
Yeah, you can always use that. You've
No,
got
actually
unicorn.
healing word. I think I have both of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Healing word is a bonus action if you want to still attack.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to heal and then attack.
So is healing spirit.
Stop giving me options, guys.
Awesome.
Whichever die is bigger, use that one.
You can see tokens here.
There you go.
All right. Did you land on what you wanted to do? Or are you still
Yep,
thinking?
I healed her for 7.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Mina, as you're sort of assessing the wounds, the flame induced wounds on your body, some of them begin to heal up and the dead skin falls. And you see and we're seeing her working with some nature healing magic. Are you staying? Do you have any movement, Em?
I'll stay where I'm at, but I'm going to target the hound that's in front of Mina.
Okay. Excellent. All right, you get ready and you target that one. Do you still have an attack? Did you do a bonus heal and you're going to attack?
And the healing word is going to be my bonus.
Okay.
But is there anything I could do that's not going to set the forest on fire?
I mean, you're far enough away. I mean, technically you're in this square, so
Well,
you're far enough away to use your bow without disadvantage.
Yeah.
Snapping. Flames coming in. Stupid imps are still dancing and taunting.
Let me try something. I'm going to call lightning on it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. You have Mina targeted still as well, just if you're doing it in fantasy rounds.
Oh no! Sorry!
That's okay.
I clicked on wrong.
Just control click on. There you go. Yeah. Neat. All right. What is this now? Let's call lightning. Amazing. I love that spell. Okay, so. Ooh, all right.
Oh, jeez.
Well, the Hellhound failed.
I'm trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. There should be a damage button to click, I think. Nice, amazing. So you turn and heal Mina again and start some of the burned flesh falls away and begins to heal. You raise up your other hand as you're finishing with that to the sky, and this
Just slap with my fist in the air.
yeah, I've had enough. And this rain cloud, storm cloud, begins to appear, like almost pouring out of itself and then like pluming back up. Rain starts to fall in the area. It becomes this brief downpour as a giant bolt of lightning cracks from the sky and strikes that thing. Let's see. Each creature within 5 feet. So you do it right behind it, to just hit the Hellhound, I think you'd said. And it zaps this Hellhound and it lets out a huge yelp of pain. This thing is... Ooh, okay. Wow, that one's really hurt. The lightning just dances up its body and just cuts open its body and sears a bunch of its flesh. And it sort of, winds down, has that wounded animal stance now. Imp number 1, I think was Galen here. Oh yeah, because he's hurt. Ding, sting, 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 and he whips his tail around to try and sting Halen.
Warding flare. Disadvantage.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. Thank you. Is that from before, or is that something you do?
It's a reaction.
Nice. So as this thing sting, 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 you see this divine energy sort of up in front of you. Yeah, crossover in front of you, giving you some added protection.
Nice.
It helps, because it rolled a 1 on its low roll.
Yes.
Sting, 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 and its tail strikes this invisible divine wall, and looks really, frustrated.
I laugh.
Okay, that brings us down to the only hellhound that's not dead, almost. Let's see. Oh, wait, that imp is visible now. Oh, no, that's the... I think it's actually going to go for Brixi, since that's who they're here for.
I'm hidden.
Ah, okay. What was your stealth roll for the hide? Do you recall?
It was my movement. But I can make a stealth check real quick.
You have to use the hide action, which is a full action, and then you can
Well,
try.
I remember I rewatched it last night, and I remember for my movement, you didn't really say roll for.
Okay. Do just a basic stealth check, then we'll see how well you're doing.
Oh boy. I'm on backs. Where's 13.
Okay, I'll check the Helen's passive perception and see. Let's see. Passive perception 15. So this one saw you go in here, and as it takes a moment, it walks through and catches wind of you. What's it gonna do? All right, this one still has its fire breath. Oh, wails up at the sky. Oh, hi, little kiddo. And then unleashes his fire breath again. Go ahead and roll a what is it here? Dexterity saving throw, Brixi, if you would.
Dex.
Dex saving throw, please. Yep.
16.
Ooh, nice. Okay, you succeed. As you see this, you duck behind the tree, the trunk of the tree, just a little wider than you are, and the flames, wrap around either side and still get your sides a bit, but it's only half the damage. So just 11 points of damage. Okay.
Is that half?
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. It's halved
Fire?
again. Yeah. So it would just be. Good call. Thank you. You're like, ooh, yikes, that's toasty. But it
I
doesn't
have
really
a
burn you.
reaction since I'm a
Okay.
tiefling. I have legend. I have spells. That I don't have my handbook, but can you look
It's
in the rules to see?
Hellish Rebuke.
you can use it once per long rest, so you can use it if you want. The Hellish Rebuke.
I'm going to use it.
I think it's 2d10 with Tiefling one.
Can I? Oh no. Can I cast it at a higher level, or is it just the straight 2d10?
That one I think is just a straight because it's a racial one.
Okay, and then it has to make a dex.
You can use it as a second level spell.
I don't have it prepared, or I would.
Well, no,
You
like that's
always have that
that's the racial feat is you can use it as a second level spell.
So you don't need that one
It is a
prepared.
second level.
No, is you can it's so
Yeah, it's a first level spell, but you get to use it as a second level spell. Because
So
it
I get
doesn't cost
3d10.
anything. Yeah, it doesn't take
Yeah.
a spell slot or anything. It's just your...
3d10.
Yeah.
And it has to make a dex
Ooh.
save.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, Hellhound. Alright, 13 is its dex save. I feel like your DC is higher than that, though.
My spell DC?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, because we're +3 now. Yep. So you would be 14.
So it takes
It fails.
16 points of. Where is it? Oh, no. Go away. So it takes 16 point of fire damage.
Okay.
Right.
You know, turn around and your eyes glow this dark red for a minute. And you're like, not today, not, you know, enough. And you unleash it back. The flames strike this hellhound, but seem to just dance off its skin as though it may have an immunity to fire. It even bites some of it out of the air. Gets back down and growls at you. Kind of sucks because it was so cool that and that's it. That's all I can do. So that's Brixi's turn.
Is it still alive?
Yeah, yep. It actually, this one is pretty healthy, and it didn't seem to take damage, as though it may be immune to fire.
Okay, so I am going to. Oh wait. I don't know what to do. Okay. I'm gonna back up.
Mhm.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Oh, 25, 30. And then I'm going to use my 4th level spell, and I'm going to cast, where did it go? Blight on it.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Saving throw. Right, it gets a 17. Which I think, Pete, but is it still half damage, I think?
Yeah, I haven't rolled for it. Oh, you're really kidding me. It's 8, 14. 15, and 27, but half would be what?
Let's see. You'd have 13 to be 14. We round up, I believe.
So yeah, if it succeeded, it's 14.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me
Alright.
do them.
14 points of damage. Let me just check that spell because I think it has a really cool visual.
Yeah, 14.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, that is 14 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Okay. This necromantic energy washes over this hellhound, just draining the moisture and vitality from it. You see, it's very lush hide, essentially hairless, just start to desiccate and dry, and as it moves a bit. You see the skin crack in different places. As you can feel it. So you hear it sort of gasping. There. Ooh, that's exciting. No. Okay. Anything else for Brixi?
That's it. I can't do any bonuses.
Okay. Actually, let me think. As you step away, before you cast that spell, as you step away, it would of course get an attack of opportunity. Just its basic, so goes for a bite as you are. Hits. Damage. So as you're running away, bites down at your knee and just really gnarls into the side of your knee there, and calf and bottom of your thigh. And you pull away and continue to back up where you cast this incredible blight spell, just washing this heavy wave of dark energy over it that completely begins to desiccate it. All right. Oh, Kaylin. We're up to Kaylin.
So 2 quick questions.
Yeah.
Where did the demon thing that popped out, did it pop back into the bushes? Like a coward? 'Cause I don't see it on here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hang on.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything.
Nice. There it is.
All right, I'm resigning in Dave.
Yeah, thanks.
But also, are you going to put Brewer in the fighting?
Yeah, you think that you hear the familiar sound of a warforged or a construct walking up and little,
Okay.
I'll
make sure.
Of a pupper.
Yes. Okay. Punch him. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to attack the little, attack the guy in front of me here.
Okay.
Who am I? What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to attack him with attack it with my short sword.
Okay.
Do this separately. All right, so that is a that is a 21 total.
That hits.
Woo! And
Yay!
Sting.
and that is a 7.
Discord, why? Okay, there we go. Sorry.
right.
What was the damage?
The damage I think is 7. It's just what I roll, and then I have +4 piercing, right? I don't add anything else to that.
Let's take a peek. Yeah, you get this is short sword. So +7 to your attack, and then +4 to damage.
Right. Okay. So it's a
Okay.
7 damage for the first.
Okay, and this is the one right in front of you, right? Imp
Yes.
1.
Yeah.
Well, as you where are you? Yeah. Perfect. Sting! And you just cut it clean across the throat, and it spins it around, and it dies right there in the spot.
Huzzah! All right, gonna go after next.
I'm gonna kind of give a little cheer because that thing was so annoying.
I
So,
am
you can be in the background.
that taken care
Nice.
of. I'm gonna head up to this imp that I summoned to existence by saying something. So I'll go up to him, and I already rolled for that, so that is a 22 total. To hit.
Yeah.
And Nabbit. And a 5 damage.
Okay, right. Yeah, you give this one a good slash, and it sort of dances out of the way, but you're able to carve into its chest a little bit. And,
Yes.
see
And
some
also, I
dirty
want to
blood.
use my. Oh no. Can I use my action surge?
Sure, I don't think
Yeah,
you've used
yeah.
it yet. You
Okay,
were
no,
resting
I haven't.
before.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action surge to get another attack in.
Okay.
Now, again, I know you told me before. Is that both short swords or just one?
It's a whole new action, so
Okay.
you can do both.
Perfect.
Because
All
it's
right.
action and
Oh. Well, that was a 8 to hit. So that was a natural 1.
Oh, brutal. Yeah, that
Mhm.
misses. Yeah.
Yeah. For the first one, and then a 22 total for the second short sword.
Yeah, that hits.
And
You won't be able to add your bonus to the offhand one, though. Oh, no, you can, because you've got the feat. Yeah, go for
Did
it.
you get a natural
Okay.
20?
so well, this is for damage. So, but I got a 6, so it's 10 damage.
Okay. How do you want to kill this one?
Yes. I want to just
Give
drive.
You go.
You know what? I want to chop its head off and like turn as I do it. All fancy, my cape like flying, and yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You feel a breeze come along, and just at that moment, you do this whoosh, slash, like arm out, sort of an anime pose, and the head just separates from the body. Whoosh, whoosh,
Yeah.
whoosh.
As I turn, I'll see Brewer in the background. That will give me an extra surge of like, we got this. We got it.
You land and turn around, like looking down, and then look up at Brewer as you see Brewer. And
Okay.
and so
All
I've
right.
put some things in here to kind of be Blueberry Pancake III and Brewer.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna make them. I'm gonna roll their initiative here. All right. So actually, I'll put this in a minute, but they'll have a turn here at the bottom. What's next? Just so I know where they are next round. Okay. Anyway, that puts. Where'd Blueberry go? Oh, way up top because they rolled so well. That puts it at Blueberry Pancake III's turn.
Yes.
There's a hellhound in front of him.
Ooh, oh, right. I've got to get the token out here. Boop. Isn't that cute?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
There's a hellhound that goes before Blueberry Pancake.
If I ever get a
I
corgi,
never
I'm
thought I
naming
would say a sentence like that in my life.
That's awesome.
If I ever get a corgi, I'm naming it Blueberry. Just Blueberry.
Awesome.
If I ever get a dog.
Check something for Brewer. Before the hang up.
Get him.
Oh, Brewer, because it's not an official. I started doing an official Brewer build, but he's so tough. I lost it actually. I had it before when we started. I'm
glad he's a good guy. He would have wiped us that early in the game.
He was really strong, yeah. he was non-lethal, so thank goodness, yeah. All right. I just I don't want to set him out here being stupid, uber strong, and wiping thing. All right. All right, I'm gonna have Brewer jump in here quickly just so I can test this out first, and then Blueberry after. Okay, Brewer. All right, sees that Kaylin is fairly safe. Comes up to, I don't know, who's hurting more, Felix, Brixi, or Mina. I guess they're about the same. And Brixi's back there. He can't make it up there yet, so I'm going to say he's going to go up here next to Mina so he can be on his way to try and help Brixi. And he's going to attack, which hellhound is this?
This one.
Alright, well, wonder if this will hit. 25 hits, who knew? Okay. Alright, dealing a bunch of damage to that. And that's really all. Oh gosh, he's got. Draws his first.
Don't steal my kill!
Comes out with a. He's got the katana set too. He's got a daisho. Slashes with a katana, springs it back down to try and stab it in the top of the head with his second attack. 24 hits. Good bad. Just buries its head, pins its head into the ground as he stabs all the way through into the dirt. Let me see. Oh, okay.
Kaylin's like studying how it fights too.
She would. I was waiting for that to happen.
Oops. Okay. Yeah, he turns and just, let me just do a quick assessment. Kind of scans everything and picks the sword up out of the ground and lets the hellhound slide off of it. Just slashes out to the side to get the blood off. And robotically, like his arm spins around, pivots at the elbow a couple times, and it goes, places the katana back in the sheath.
Mina just kind of thanks.
Awesome. And he, I don't think he'd say anything yet. He's still just assessing. And then Blueberry Pancake arrives on the scene.
Corgis have a speed of like 5 or 10, right?
No, they're pretty fast. They just walk like this really quick.
And Blueberry says, "Save you humans from the bad doggos."
Yay, Blueberry!
What? What happened?
Kaylin's like, it can talk.
It was mine and Dan's master plan.
Wait,
So
what just
good.
happened?
I'm Blueberry Pancake.
Beth is Pancake.
Woohoo!
Hashtag Beth is Pancake.
Awesome. Blueberry charges in.
Okay, Blueberry. I don't know how to do this on Fantasy Grounds. He'd like to rage.
Okay. Yep. Perfect.
Awesome.
We'll just add the dice rolls to it. I don't think there's any auto calculation thing.
Okay, cool. And I'll move up to the Hellhound.
Okay.
And
There, be like, oh.
I gotta remember how to do everything here. So bear with.
Nice. Yeah. It's a lot. Let me check and see what your rage bonus is for this level. I think it's
My
maybe.
mind has not been blown so hard before.
Best D&D moment ever.
Awesome.
I was like, Dan, can I come back? And also, can I be a dog?
Can do. So awesome.
So Blueberry could talk.
Yeah, just chose not to when you.
Just real shy when you were talking to him earlier.
Nice. Oh, you get 4 rages currently. Barrel and sound. But anyway, you have rage damage +2 currently.
Cool.
So,
How do I target the hellhound? Okay.
Control click. And if you're on a Mac, it's like command click. Oh yeah, you yep, you've got it. It'll show in the combat tracker.
Okay, cool. And then 1 second.
Actually, I'm just gonna add 2 for your.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna bite him.
Nice. I added the 2 bonus for rage already.
Cool. What do I roll for that? What do I do?
Click the attack button, or you can grab where it says melee +6 and roll it in chat, whichever feels better. Oh, where it says bite, you have to click the little magnifying glass off to the right, and it pops down all the stuff. Sorry.
Awesome. That's okay.
But if you have real dice, you can use real. Oh, 19. Okay.
Holy crap. Wow.
Awesome. Oh, you're right in. Sweet. Yeah, go
I
ahead
feel
and
like I
roll.
just need to sit down after this. Maybe I'm just going to sit down on the ground and be like, okay.
What? 13 damage. Nice. You just go into its leg and. Oh no, it's another hellhound. So you go like right at its neck, and even though it's bigger than you, you're just like up on your hind legs, ripping into its throat. Spit out a chunk of neck.
That doggo.
Nice. Perfect. Oh gosh, now I think that barbarians get I'm pretty sure you have a second attack at this point, right? Yeah, extra attack. So at level, yep, you get a second attack. You've got another one if you wanted to do more.
Cool. Of course.
I'm envisioning the, has anybody seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
The scene with the bunny
Yeah.
talking to the person.
It's just a bunny rabbit, yeah. That deadly. Oh, nice. So, bad doggo, you say, and then going for another bite and just rip the rest of its neck out. Some flames kind of pour out of its neck as they fade away slowly as it dies.
And I walk over
and
I pee on him.
Nice.
Somebody that said Blueberry has the leg lift of destiny.
Do you have any more movement? You still have a little more movement if you want to use it. For barbarians, you get like +10, and then you've got like 45 in total. Again, you're like a speedster.
Just a fat little corgi, just going as fast as it can.
Yeah. Little mage hat whipping in the wind. Yep.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Please chat. Give us all the memes. All of them.
And just in case anyone's forgot what blueberry pancake looks like, this is blueberry pancake.
Yeah.
I just want to squish him.
Okay, you're kid ass. That's amazing. A raging corgi.
Yeah, you do. You see just like the mad eyes protecting everybody. Anything else for blueberry then?
No, I'm good. I'll just get onto the combat tracker.
Okay.
When my fantasy grounds decides to.
Too much awesome.
Yeah. I can get it for now. I know it's probably
let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my fantasy grounds just crashed too.
Oh no. And it's Mina's turn.
Okay, well, she's just gonna kind of stare at the dog, just like, what? And then just reach back and cast Toll the Dead on the last hellhound.
Oh, nice.
So it needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, that is amazing. Okay.
It's just like, not even paying attention, just nah.
Wait, what?
Can you imagine
he's
a
a
no
thief.
look, just total dead?
Yeah.
I got a 19.
That's
Does it
AIDS.
still take like any damage or anything, or half damage?
Because it's a cantrip.
Bummer.
And who is still hurting?
Well, Brixi's like, she saw her
Where-
run between a patch of trees to another one, like
Is
leg
Brixi
torn out.
Is Brixi behind me?
Mm-hmm.
I
He's
can't
like off to
see.
your right, just a little bit behind your periphery.
Dan, I forgot that I forgot to mention, if you would allow it, I just thought of it. Brixie, at the end of the turn would yell, "Would somebody help me?" She would yell
Sure.
out.
It's a free action.
Okay.
Okay.
So then
Somebody
I'll just
help
hold
me.
out the other hand and do a healing word, still staring at the dog.
Okay.
Second level. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry. 8 points
Hey,
for
it's better than
second
that.
level. Yay.
Okay. That's something. That's Brixie, you feel a little bit of healing. Your knee still aches and pains, but feels a little bit better. Some of the flames didn't really
And
bother
I'm
you.
gonna call around. Do you guys have this last one?
I give her a nod.
Okay, then
Like, I'll get it.
I'm gonna start casting Prayer of Healing.
Oh, okay, nice.
So it takes 10 minutes, and I'm gonna do it at 4th level. But it takes 10 minutes to cast, so I'm just gonna kind of start.
Awesome. What kind of thing do you do, just as for visualization, like as you begin to do that?
She'll she'll put her sword away, and then just she'll take her symbol and just kind of like cusp it in her hands like this, and just start praying, and then look up, look for any for the moonlight above.
Nice. Okay, the clouds from the thunder are starting to well, actually, I guess they'd stay there, but yeah, some of them start to part unless M uses it again, of course. Okay, Felix.
Felix is gonna run up to the last hellhound and try to grapple it.
Nice. Okay.
Here. Come on, D20.
Let's see. That would be a strength against. So it's a check. So Hellhound gets a 9.
21.
Okay, you grapple it.
I think that's my turn. I can't really do. Oh,
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I do a bonus action? Where is that? Okay, here. Use a bonus action to spend. Oh, okay. I'm gonna use rally on Brixi and say, "You got this," and roll a d8.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, is that 6? 6 or?
I think it's 8. Your superiority die are 8.
Superiority?
If they're not
Yeah.
10 at
Oh,
this
it is
point.
Okay. No, it's an 8. So that's 8 points of HP. The temporary HP.
Nice. Oh, temp HP. Okay, cool. All right,
Yep.
8 points added.
I'll mark that off,
Yep.
and that's my turn.
Excellent. Oh, how do you? What's a visual? Because I'm so interested in this whole setup. Like of you grappling. How do you want to grapple the Hellhound? It's a medium creature your size, so.
It's got to be a rear naked choke. So I've got my arm around its neck, and then just
Just
kinda
hanging off the
down
side of
and
it.
back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Down, boy, down. Slowly dragging its head down to the ground.
Night,
Oh,
night, night.
yeah. That is amazing. Whew, all right, Emil, you're up. From the shadows.
So you've got a grapple from behind?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then you know what? I'm going to walk up to it and try and stab at them, because I don't want to accidentally shoot you.
Works for me.
While you're rolling that, before I started the prayer, I'm going to call everyone. When that thing is dead, come gather around me, please.
Like immediately or 10 minutes from now? Have we got time to get a snack and go to the washroom?
Yeah. If you do it fast.
Phelan just looks at Emil.
You're here? Yeah. Neat.
And I rolled a 9.
Bummer. You go. It's just too much going on. Like Blueberry's talking, and Brixi's bloody and, and battered. And you just walk up and you go to stab it, and it just has a momentary jerk back of energies. It's trying to free itself from Felix's chokehold, but it's just shh, and brings it back down to the ground a little more. Oh, since that's melee though, if it's a light weapon, then you can use, if you have another weapon, you can do your offhand if you wanted. You just don't get to add your bonus to the damage. Unless you
No, I think at this point I'm still kind of one-handed rapier set up. So
gotcha. I am.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around since it's kind of behind me.
Okay.
As I turn around, I'm gonna take out a bow and I'm gonna try to shoot at it in its chest area if I can. See if I miss.
Sounds good. You turn around, you move your wings out of the way to get an arrow out of the quiver. You take a second, line it up. Perfect shot. Nat 20. Roll that damage.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna say you fly like 5 or 10 feet up to get like the perfect angle.
Hover in the air a little bit. Clicking.
Time slows for you. 8.
Let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
If you want to roll the damage, you can either roll 1d8 and add, well, 2d8 because it's a nat 20 and add 3, or you can just do it in Fantasy Grounds. Nice. Okay. Nope, that doesn't seem right there, does it? Now that you rolled a dagger, it's the longbow.
Yeah, I hit the wrong one. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Okay. The arrow just sticks in like, let's see, Felix, you've got a hold on it like this, right in the top of the hellhound's ass. Lifts up again, Felix. Back down to the ground again. It clearly did a boatload of damage, just hit the back of the spine there. Perfect. Anything else for M? What's that, Felix?
There should be some crit damage in that, right, Dan?
Oh, right. Yeah. It applied it in the first one. All right, so that would be 18. So it'd be another 9. Ooh, this thing is like super close to death. Like you feel the resistance start to fade, Felix, too, as you're choking this thing out. Anything else for M? You would have a bonus action left in a little.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
I do?
Yeah, yep. If you still have like your, what is it, healing word? I think is the bonus one. You probably, especially from this point of view up here, like 5, 10 feet.
Would I be able to heal Brixi from this?
Yeah. Yep. You'd see her leg's pretty bad, and she'd be within range. You turn and reach your hand out and begin casting a healing. Her. And I'll let you roll that while I jump over to the Hellhound here. You can either target her. Oh yeah, you already did. You know what you're doing. Shut up, Dan. Nice. 8 points of healing. Brixi, you again feel some of that familiar nature magic. Heal up your leg a bit and your wounds. Your shoulder from the bite earlier. Hellhound. Gosh, in a last-ditch effort, if it's grappled, what does it have disadvantage? I don't think it would try and break free. I don't know that it has the energy, but it might try and bite you, Felix. We just see old.
Grapple just means it can't move. If it's restrained, then it gets disadvantage on attacks. But grapple means just.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so it's just gonna try and do like a bite on you, Felix, being here. It's trying to reach around and get you. I'm gonna give it disadvantage just because it's so cool the way you went about that, and you described like how you were doing it. So I think it would have a hard time bending its neck back to do. So with disadvantage, it tries to bite. and misses. How? If it
That's
gets
pretty close.
really close, yeah, its teeth like chomp next to your face, like shh, shh, bring it back down.
Getting out of the way.
That's its turn. Brewer is definitely like being a warforged. He doesn't necessarily have, typical emotions. So he's not emotive. You don't see or expressive. Yeah. But he's charging pretty fast at this creature, faster than you've seen him, walk before. And he just leaps. He does like a 10-foot leap, draws his blade, and goes to bring it down into the head of this creature.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just buries the head. And you're like, oh, Felix, let's go. I am fond of these flesh units. He buries the sword through its head, pulls it out, does the
Oh my
rotation at the elbow again. Puts a katana
I
back in
think Brewer likes us.
the. And that's it. This forest is clear, and you guys are out of combat. Brixi, there's some wounds to lick, and Brixi in particular has a fair bit of injury still to her leg, as the temporary hit points begin to bolstering of energy begins to and the words of that one of the annoying imps, "We just want her, you're ours," replay in everyone's heads.
Oh, okay. I was like, there's another one?
There's another one! Shit! Yeah. Dan, you're fired! And actually, I think we'll take our bio break right there. It's just a few minutes
Oh my
early, but it's
gosh,
kind of a
it's
good
already
spot.
11:30.
Yeah. So much battle. And Blueberry. Thank you, Beth, for going along with that. It was so exciting.
Yay, we have Beth back. I'm gonna roll my healing. Oh, that's not bad.
Episodes of Blueberry chilling. Yes. So great.
Everybody gets 22 points of
Oh,
health.
Woohoo!
snap. Yeah, Mina, you're completely healed. Felix is healed.
Mina
M's
rocks
healed.
it, yeah. Yeah.
Brixi
Aren't you guys
isn't, but
glad
she's
you have a
good.
cleric now?
Yes.
That was my 4th level spell, though.
We have a cleric, we have a corgi. God, we're doing
A
well.
raging corgi, yeah.
We're doing well.
Awesome.
Do not want to get on this bad side.
Neat. All right, so we will take your 8 to 10 minute break or so, refresh, and then we'll be back. But we'll keep streaming for those that can stay. Catch you in a few.
That was great. I was just thinking last week, I was like, that Corgi's been really quiet for like 2 to 3 weeks. Like he's just following us around and not saying anything and nothing. Dan's not really like role playing the Corgi at all. I'm like, it's kind of strange. It's kind of weird.
Guys, we have a group mascot now.
The Corgi of destruction.
Yeah.
All right, coffee time for me. I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Cool.
All right, coffee time. Coffee time. Coffee and corgis and fun. Fun.
I was muted. It's just me, Gnomes. How are you? Yeah, I was muted. I forgot. You guys gotta go steal another. Hey, look, it's that time at the zoo. From Botany to the heart, season tickets guaranteed. Try any bank at bum or bottom. They almost all knows how to read. It's a crooked game we're playing. One will never. As long as suckers don't mind paying to get bad news. When I find my carrying the benefit of it all, a mighty fine life carrying the better tough and tall. When the bell rings, we go where we wishes with. Please as free as fishes, sure beats flashing visions. While I find my carrying the banner home for you. Thinks some winter's freezing when you work out through. But it's sweating in that season in between and gone. Oh, still in a fine line, carrying the banner with me, Sean. Oh, half. Oh my goodness, no, that is such a cute corgi emote. Hey, what's the hold up? Waiting makes me antsy. I like leaving chance. Doing that line, I do too. On another expedition, give us an earthquake or a war. How up? Yeah, in the no more. Uptown to Green Central Station, down to City Hall. What is my character use for weapons? She doesn't. She just uses spells.
Coughing really loudly for the stream.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, half donut. And gnome Arbills.
Oh, did we lose somebody? We did.
I don't know what. Back to Dungeons and Doggies.
We lost
Oh,
Corgi.
cool. Oh,
We
sorry.
lost
What did we
Blue-
lose?
We lost Blueberry. Look.
Yay! Welcome
Okay.
back.
I pressed the wrong button.
So Randy found that.
Nice.
Oh yeah, let me look at the. Am I saying that right? Gnome Arbills. Arbills.
Just call him Gnome. He's a gnome.
Yeah, that's heavily influenced by the Doggy Minis. And I love the fact that Blueberry's in this wizard gear and then rages out. I think that's like
Yep.
just the coolest. So many mysteries.
And I'm super jealous. I realized that I just finished all my coffee. I had none left.
No! Oh. Curses! That stinks. I ran out of coffee last week, which doesn't happen often. And it was close enough to doing the shopping where I wasn't going to go out and get it. So I have like these disgusting. I use a Keurig. My favorite is from like a French press, like a proper, where you can put some kosher salt in it and make it extra tasty and acidic. But K-cups are like my fast and easy. And there were some that I get that are like super gross, and I'll give them away. And other ones that I get that are pretty gross, but I'll keep like for emergencies. So I was digging into those, like, trying to make myself think it was good. Convince myself. Oh, did I hear the alert go off or something? I just processing now, like a minute and a half later. I feel like there was a. I guess I can just. Oh, nice, Nevik. Nevik's one of our best clippers. He gets all the stuff. Beth is Pancake. That was just brilliant too, Beth. I love, how
I was wondering like when it was going to come about that I could come in, and I thought that was like a good time.
Perfect. You leave them alone. Yes. Probably put out a tweet just once we're back here. Pretty soon. Gives me time. Okay, now to go back and proofread this. He smashed the words out. All right. How are we doing? We got Aylin and M. Has been working and run ragged, so she may just be asleep. Okay, boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna diddly this out, and then I'll get us back underway. We did. Now, where were we? Yes. So, Brixi still a little bit wounded. Nice half donut. That's another brilliant. I think you should remove the sing part. And just kidding, and change it with a different verb. No, that was beautiful. I like that. It's very nice. Let's see. We're back. Brewer just stabbed that last hellhound in the head after Felix almost had it choked out, which was pretty cool. Some questions in the air as to why they wanted Brixi, no doubt. Some questions in the air as to why the doggo that's been following around for like 3 or 4 sessions, Blueberry Pancake III, in the wizard outfit, just raged and spoke and was like, leave them alone. So, take it away, guys. Take it.
Kaylin gives a nice pat to Brewer's back. Nods like, well done.
Robotic nod back. You as well.
And stares at Blueberry.
I think at this point Mina's still praying.
Blueberry just goes up and sits by Brewer's leg and just sort of like, oh.
Kaylin's like, you did good, dog.
Oh, thank you, small human.
So weird.
Brixi, are you okay?
Brixi goes to respond, but her voice, it's been damaged
Brixi
by the
said that
hellhound.
she's turning into a cat because she's scared.
Oh, okay.
And then goes on Felix's shoulders.
Okay. He does that. Shifted the cat. Hind leg is sort of still wounded and bloody, and the fur is already matted a little bit from the blood as she shifts into the kitty cat.
Oh wait, she turned into a cat?
Yeah, she just shifted down into a cat and went to go climb up Felix.
Oh, I'm very interested in this.
I didn't ask to be a part of this.
I just sit in front of Felix and just do that dog thing where he just stares at him. Just blank stare constantly.
Felix totally knows what's gonna happen. It's like, oh jeez, oh jeez.
Kaylin's like, the animals like you, Felix. Good.
Maybe a little too much.
Good.
Awesome.
Felix tries to dig through his bag and see what snacks he has left. Hopefully, chill some of these animals out before. That happens.
I hand you, because I put away a sausage earlier, so I hand you the sausage.
Oh,
Yeah.
dogs have it? Probably.
Yeah.
And then Felix rips off some of the sausage and holds it out to Blueberry Pancake.
I gently take it and then like run off 3 or 4 meters, then go down and eat it.
Awesome.
Thank you, human.
Oh. So is everyone?
And then I finish, and then I go back and sit by Felix again.
Oh.
Nice.
You gave me food.
It's a cat.
You all hear a small from maybe 15 feet away where the luck dragon was dead.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Tucked down in the grass.
We are just a menagerie at this point.
Ah.
Kaylin will point. Be like, I think the thing wants attention.
Okay, seeing the leg dragon, Brixi's gonna switch, run, grab it, and just hold it.
When you switched, were you still on Felix's shoulders?
She's gonna jump off before she.
I'm alright, guys. I'm alright.
Thank you, Brixi. So, oh wait, Kaylin looks at Brixi. So, do you know who that was requesting that you belong to them? Okay.
It's okay, Brixie. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. We all have our secrets.
Well, those secrets could come back to find us. So,
Well, they did apparently, but
Meanwhile, Felix is giving endless jizz and tummy rubs.
Did anyone go pick up the dragon, or is it still?
Brixi turned back
Oh,
into
she did, okay.
herself and went to pick up the dragon.
All right, neat.
Yeah.
Seb is watching everyone from like a treetop, just kind of confused and not wanting.
So we have a dog, a cat, a bird, a dragon, and a robot. We need like a hippopotamus now.
I can make a warforged hippopotamus.
Oh,
We're actually not that far off of Red Dwarf, actually.
Again, out of character, what happened to where's the one guy? Where's Felix's friend? Was he with us?
Morak, I guess he was traveling with you. He hasn't returned yet.
Do you have any idea where your friend went, Felix?
No, I think he. Actually, I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he went off to do some exploring, scout out ahead. Something we used to do.
Okay. Is it still nighttime, Dan?
Yes,
middle of the
there's
night when he
4 more
attacked.
hours of night. If everyone wants their full, I mean, really, no one's gonna get a rest beyond this, but but there's 4 more hours till the regular time. So if everyone were to go to sleep, you'd wake up like 8 or 10 in the morning, probably about 10 in the morning or so.
Mina finishes her prayer,
Mhm.
and everybody gets that healing. And she's gonna say, "I'm gonna go trance over there. That was a lot of spells." And then she's gonna look back at Brixie. Why are there demons after you? I'm curious, but I'm gonna trance first. And she's gonna go and like just sit down and lean against the tree and go.
I was never really into electronic music.
If you put a drow under a black light, they glow.
Perfect.
Okay, we'll look at Blueberry. So your color says that you're Blueberry Pancake III?
Yeah.
Do we call you Blueberry Pancake III? Or is there something shorter to call you?
You can call me Blueberry.
Lovely. Oh, Blueberry. You helped us out in the fight. Did a
Yeah,
lot of damage.
You're my humans now.
Kaylin isn't quite so enthralled by that, but that's a boat over. Where did you just started following us? Where did you come from?
Well, I was trying to do a task for my master, and I saw you guys, and you seem nice, and you gave me food, so I followed.
Okay. Well, Brewer seems to like you.
Yes, shiny human is nice.
He's our friend too.
Mhm.
Who's your
Okay.
master, Blueberry?
Oh, that is a sad tale for later.
Okay.
Oh, it's late. We've all had a big fight. So I think anyone who needs to rest should. I think that we all should just go and sit down until at least morning where we at least have our heads on straight.
Emil's going to keep watch and not sleep.
Mm.
Yes, I will stay up with Goth Human too.
I'm gonna meditate for a little bit and then go over to the dragon and just kind of pet it and stuff.
I think Caitlin's been up to this point, so she'll go and take a nap.
Okay. Mhm.
Mina is definitely trancing, and that counts as a long rest because
Nina's trans.
it's-
He's just sleeping. He'll try to stay awake, but I think he falls asleep.
Perfect. It is a peaceful spot, and despite this invasion by these fiends and demons and such, you, Felix, in particular, there's a lot of safety in this spot and a lot of nostalgia that you just trust in the secrecy of this spot. Morek ends up coming back with some extra some kindling, some dry wood, and a couple of other berries and stuff in a satchel, just to prepare for the long trip. And says, I scouted ahead a bit, and the road looks clear up as far as another few miles or so. I'm ready for a rest myself, but no sign of any traps or anything set, so. What happened here? These you probably catch some of the blood and carnage and stuff, the dead creatures. You not a problem for you and your friends, it seems.
Hey Dan, Brixi says that she's going to cast the Hearth of the Moon and Shadow.
Okay. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, some Morix just sort of, okay, this is what Felix can do. Like, well, will there be more?
Hopefully not. It was a tough battle, but we got some help from some good friends.
Oof. But I'm sorry I missed the fun. Ugh. I don't see that, Brixi. I'm looking around for it.
It's in
Oh, it's in your abilities.
abilities.
Gotcha. Whenever you are, you take a long short rest, you go to shadow. Oh, right. This is what you were using the other day. So as Morik has returned and sits down, in a spot nearby, Felix just starts reminiscing a bit of the old memory. Or it updates you on a few people, some more of the details, more of the people transpire. You do start to feel this lull of sleep, and as it nears that time, this what is it, 30 foot? So Brixi sort of positioning herself in the middle of everybody. Has this dark magic sphere or dome almost that centered on her that stretches out and covers everybody.
+5 to perception and stealth inside. It is. Oh nope, that's bomb of the stomach.
Like any light inside doesn't come out and stuff like that, and you guys have.
It's a total coverage, blah blah blah, +5 to stealth perception.
So it's a good vantage point to be inside this, and you feel comfortable enough to go off to sleep. Rather.
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
No, please go ahead.
Brixi's just gonna, after she casts it, she's just gonna. What's another word for fetal position? She's not gonna fetal position, but
Curl
she's
up?
gonna lay on her side.
Yeah.
just curling up, yeah.
Curling up with the luck dragon. And wanna see if she can find her mentor. or
Okay.
to ask
Sure.
them questions.
Roll a wisdom check.
Just start this one.
Yeah.
Come on, Keyleth.
Perfect.
Oh, wisdom.
You can actually do it with advantage tonight because now that you've done it the past several nights.
Ha! That's better.
Ooh.
18.
18. Okay. So as you drift off to sleep, you once again start walking that same path you've had in the dream the past couple nights. Once again, this figure, humanoid figure, is sort of beside you as you walk through all these different areas of the earth, these different climates, different quarry. There's mountain range that you walk through, grassland, swamps, you name it. You're going through experiencing all the different, everything nature has to offer, from harsh storms to beautiful, 70-degree weather and perfect tropical stuff. At one point, when you're in this massive forest, you can't see where it ends. Enter it. It borders this plains, grassy plains, as far as you can see, that abut this huge forest. You start to walk into the forest, and this figure that's been with you runs ahead, sort of like an excited kid. And just kind of, runs way ahead of you. And in this dream, you feel like you need to follow. And so you're chasing through, bobbing and weaving, running through the woods, trying to keep up with this figure. You shift down into an animal form that allows you to go even faster and be a little more nimble as you dodge roots and rocks and little, waterfall here. You splash over and hit the other side of the bank and run and follow this. Still, this figure manages to essentially leave your sight ahead of you. You continue running until your chest is heaving and feels constricted from all the heavy breathing as you come to a clearing. And as you near the clearing, it's really bright, so most of vision is obscured in the clearing, but you see what looks like the little figure of that person, like you've caught up. And as you come out into this clearing, you see in the center, standing alone, is this massive, massive tree. What do you do?
Oh, it goes Chester. Like, how tall would you say it is?
It looks to be about 45 feet tall. It's really almost sequoia-like in how thick the tree is. Laden with heavy, heavy branches.
If I had the library, I would see if I want to shapeshift into an animal.
Okay.
I don't know what animal I want. It's a flying animal. Oh, wait, hang on.
It's your dream. You go for it. You can try it. It's a dream.
Wait, so does the wild? Wait, yeah. I'm turned into a raven.
Okay. All right, and you shift from this animal form you've been running in. And you kind of leap up as you see this and shift into the raven. Your wings stretched out, light body, taken underway. You fly up to this tree. Okay, you're flying up to the tree, and then Discord cuts out, and
And then you're falling.
if a tree falls when Discord cuts out, does anybody hear it? Yeah. Nice. You fly up to this tree. As you do, you hear, this breeze kind of picks up, and you hear the creaking of the tree. But you notice the entire tree is creaking and turning. It stretches out this huge branch to you. This face appears from as some of the heavier branches move out of the way.
It's just like the willow tree in Pocahontas.
Yeah, and it reaches out its hand to allow you, like asking you to land there.
I land.
Okay. Welcome, young Brixi. What brings you here tonight? You're about, this big in its hand, about the size of its face.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Gosh, I had a question for them. Oh. So
You've been seeking me, young one.
just
You found
she
me
shakes
now.
her head.
What
I
can I
think
do for you?
Brixi just looks at them just in awe. I really just forgot my question, and that's what she does.
Okay. Here in nature, you are familiar with the great circle of life. However, there are many levels to this, one of which is the relationship between a mentor and a student. Becomes each another. This early in your journey, the woods have brought me to you and I together. Do you wish to be mentored? Closer to get a better look, since you're actually, as a raven, you're like this tiny in its hand.
Oh, I'm gonna shift back
Okay.
so I can.
You've walked beside me through the plains, Australanor. I saw the wide-eyed wonderment, respect for nature. I wish to pass along my knowledge to you. But is something you wish? Creak, and I'm gonna creaks a little closer, moves you around, spins you around the other side. Sun sort of gets in your eyes for a minute until it's blotted out by the actual tree. Wish this?
Goodness. She just Brixi just shrugs her shoulders.
Was...
I don't know.
Yes, young one.
I don't know what I want.
That's just the
And
way
you just see a tear just streaming down her eye.
There is no rush. I am here. And I'm gonna creaks back around and lowers his hand down to the ground for you. I'm here. Should you have questions for me or decide to take me up on my offer, seek me in your dreams. Kind of tips his hand to let you out onto.
Why did those creatures that attacked my friends want me?
I do not know which creatures speak of, young one. Sorry.
She gives a respectful.
I do hope to walk together again. Now I must rest. And the branches start to come back in front of its face. Kind of twists back around and gnarls up into that initial tree that you saw before. And then you're woken up by a around the campsite. And excited puppers in the morning. But the image sticks, and gives you some time to sort of think on that and that's something. All right. Everyone else, you've gotten a good rest. Those that, Emil, you go through the rest of the night, nothing. It's very, fortified outside of the intruders you had. Your trance completes, Mina. You feel rested. I figure you probably, got your rest and maybe took a few flying laps around. Stretch those wings in the morning. And yeah, you guys are ready to, Morik wakes up and he kind of starts packing up his tent and bedroll and stuff. And well, rested up, ready to go. Let's get in gear, everybody. We also might want to consider exactly what we're going to say and do when we get there. And I apologize if you did. I just can't remember.
I think we decided we were people going on a pilgrimage. At least no one said no to that.
No, that was a solid idea.
Okay, so I'll get back up in the front again.
Or
Do you mind sharing a couple of details about your deity, so in case we get questioned, we can...
Idea, Felix. Looks over at Mina.
Mina just smiles happily. I would love to.
Oh boy.
And I would, if my voice wasn't like this, I would do the actual thing, but she's gonna tell about Sune and then all of her her belief system kind of, and how beauty, she's the goddess of beauty, beauty and love, and beauty is mostly found on the inside, and if there's beauty on the inside, then that'll show on the outside. So we tried, that's why the clerics and the paladins try to make themselves look good all the time and such like that. She's called the red-haired crap. I had this pulled up for a reason. 3 seconds. I believe she's called the Lady of the Red Hair. Here we go.
Lady of the Red.
1 second. Okay, she's called Firehair, Lady Firehair, Lady of she's a human female. And then she'll show you the symbol, which is it's just a beautiful woman with red hair that's kind of just spread all around. And she'll and then she'll talk about, she'll just keep talking until someone is like, okay, that's enough.
Beauty, love, inside, outside, and Felicia Day. Got it.
Perfect.
Yeah, basically. I mean, here's the wiki if anybody is interested.
And you learn every detail there is to know about
her
Sune.
symbol.
Yeah.
So it is Felicia Day if she was a deity.
Nice.
Felicia deity.
Awesome.
Oh wait, chat can't see what we're talking about. Whoops. Well.
Oh, thanks, Half Donut. I didn't even catch that. I'm so sorry. Thank you. So Half Donut is giving his inspiration die to
Me.
Mariah. Yay!
I have 2 inspiration dice for tonight.
We should take-
So
Well, before we go, Gnome, thank you for subbing, gift subbing Half Donut. You rock.
Right,
Dan?
yeah, shoot. What's up?
I think Emil
Hmm.
is probably a tiny bit put out by being called goth humans, so I think he's gonna go Eckert mode today.
You come out of your tent as Eckert. Completely different look, the beard, different attitude, even a different
Like,
scent.
Really?
I start barking at him because I don't know who he is.
I look at Blueberry Pancake for a minute, and then I kind of shoot Seb a look and say, "No, you can't." And then
I'll keep Blueberry Pancake in my lap and just kind of it's
Yeah, I curl up in Mina's lap and just like,
it's okay, tiny one.
Good morning, Mina. Good morning, Pancake.
Good morning, wizard sir.
strange human.
He comes and goes. He and Emil like to switch places. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, switch places.
He's very smart
Ish.
because he is a wizard after all.
Well, he is a wizard. Kayla's gonna get into the cart.
Okay. So Mina, Morik, and Felix are sitting up front again. Everyone else sort of piles in the back. And Brewer, kind of jams in the very end, and there's space between sort of everyone's feet, and then laps for Blueberry. Blueberry, make a spot for that.
And the baby luck dragon.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yep, the luck dragons picked up. Finally, it's like, all right, feeling a little bit better, a little more secure. You only have, I think, half a day now to travel to Bridgeport. It's relatively uneventful considering the prior part of the trip. You end up going, you don't go up the coast, but there is sort of a plains area that has forest a couple miles in on either side of the road. It's just grassland until forest on either side. And really good for seeing ahead and catching the ambushes or anything. You make your way pretty close to Bridgeport. You can go all the way to Bridgeport if you want, but Felix and Morik, you guys know, Morik turns and says, well, we're getting close. Maybe another, 20 minutes, Felix?
Yeah, on horse and cart, yeah, probably about 20 minutes.
I guess, are we going in to find a place to stay under the skies and then just investigate from there? I mean,
Do you know of any safe houses?
There's still a resistance there. Possibly not as strong as before. Most of us got out of there when we could. Where they started bringing so many people in. But there's some places we can hide where we can try and hide in plain sight. I think I'm going to need to separate from you guys for a bit because they are going to know me.
You should probably hide them before we get into the city. Or we can disguise you.
Nice. I wouldn't mind a disguise just to try and get to a safe location. If I can find a place to set up shop hidden, then I can reach out to all of you. I guess the busted ox, Felix, you think? That's still in good repair.
Okay.
For
I
an
know my
inn?
way over there.
Okay, and I can... I'll know to
Mina
look for
clambers into her, like, she's like digging through her bag, like over the dog, and she pulls out her makeup kit and she says, "Come here."
Begrudgingly, it's like...
Just let it happen. It's okay.
Okay. I'm ready. He kind of closes his eyes.
And it's not like that makeup, but it's
Mhm.
just enough like touches and like good theater makeup to make him look 30 years older.
So
Okay.
been 9 stage makeup.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Eck-
it's the good big one.
Nice.
Eckert watches
I
over
totally
her
know what
shoulder
you
and
mean.
Oh,
Eckert watches him kind of tisk tisks every so often.
nice. You have an official disguise kit, Mina, I think, right?
I think I do.
Okay. You can roll that with advantage if you want. You pause. You give pause every time Eckert goes. So you have assistance in a roundabout way.
So with advantage,
Yes, yeah.
and then just it's
Dex-
not on my paper, but I think you gave me advantage because I'm a cleric of Sune.
Yeah, with the
Or
makeup
no, you
part.
gave me proficiency because of
Okay.
the beauty aspect of Sune.
Okay.
Plus Dex
Mhm.
and proficiency. Ooh, 21.
Okay. Yeah, old man
So yeah,
Morak.
I'll like age him up and then like get some like powder and brush the white in his hair and
Nice.
and you know, just kind of like straighten up his clothes so he's like got the old farmer look, but he's cleaned up and is, you know, trying to present his best self while he's on this pilgrimage to see the lady.
Nice. Well, let's see how this works, right? And he turns behind him and opens up the cloth to the back. We're almost there! And talks like an old man voice at everybody.
Goodness.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Have you been practicing?
Perhaps. It's taken quite some time, hasn't it? He jokes with everyone in the back. Closes it back up.
Nina just happily puts her stuff away.
Nice. All right, you guys come around. There's almost a bend that, as you take this sharp turn, the whole large town comes into sight. It's not city size, but it is a really large town. It seems to have been expanded a bit with all these people here training. And by expanded, I mean the village, the town itself. Felix looks the same layout. There aren't new buildings per se, but there's a bunch of tents that surround the town now and training areas. So that extends beyond the town out, you know, several hundred yards. So you do hear training. You hear the herp, herp, and there's like whole, you know, groups of people all training in time all together. Practicing certain movements, and they all kind of suck because, you know, they're just out here to as newbies to get level 1 training complete.
It's like the beginning of I'll Make a Man Out of You.
Ah, yes, perfect. Awesome reference. But I mean, it's a little unnerving that there's so many. There, you know, they all have this training gear on. It's like a light cloth, but it has the symbol of the Crimson Order on the chest. So there's, you know, probably 60 to 75 or so. Just at a quick glance in this area, you can see people on either side of the road and training, and a couple are grappling. Other ones are sort of, you know, using their weapons on tall wooden holes stuck into the ground that they can try and chip at and stab. And
Can I see anybody who looks like they're in charge of the training?
make a perception check.
Oh yeah.
Mina's riding with her hood up, but the mask down.
Okay.
It's not going to be great. Perception. That's going to be 12.
Okay. I don't think it's too terribly difficult to say. You spot on either side probably about 4 or 5 different people that are likely somewhat in charge. They're walking around and stand up, you know, and striking people in the back to stand upright and to change their form. But they're, you know, 100 some feet in. There's no one really close to the road, but you could venture in if you wanted to.
Okay, do they have a different uniform by chance, or is it just all kind of about the same?
They do. They're in more, not dress, but they have like a full uniform on, as opposed to the others that it's almost like a tee. The rest of them have like just this loose fitting cloth shirt and snug shorts or pants and stuff, as it's still pretty toasty.
It's like boot camp. It's just like that.
Yeah,
tee
yeah.
And the really, really short shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mark is still with us. Is that correct?
He is now looking like he's 30 years older.
Okay, Mark, is there a way we can get in unnoticed? You think, or do we kind of just have to go straight through?
Oh, geez. I mean, oh, geez. I would say that we should travel straight through. Might present the least amount of attention. Trying
We
to
don't
sneak in.
want to draw any attention for ourselves. The way to do that is to show that we know what we're doing. And in which case, our goal here is to get lodging for the night, to get some rest while we continue our pilgrimage. So we have no reason to stop, no reason to be shifty or anything. We're just travelers passing.
Confidence. That's the key.
Let's hear it.
Famous last word.
Very well. Onward, I suppose.
Onwards.
Yeah.
Leroy.
Nice. All right, now let's see how this goes. It's like this harrowing, 150, 200 feet from where you are to the main gate. Okay. You seem to catch a decent amount of attention, as there's really no one else on the road except for you. It's just newcomers. And so many people here are here to train that just traveling folks aren't that common currently. So, people stop a little bit and you see some of the trainees get in trouble for rubbernecking instead of paying attention to their training.
You know what's happening.
Nice. Oh, get back down here. Oh, I'm sorry. You maggot, get back in here. They do the boot camp thing. However, you make it all the way up to the gate where there's just 3 guards stationed. It's a wide gate, maybe 15, 20 feet wide by 15 feet tall, just the strong wooden gate that was there beforehand. It's a double gate where inner gate is closed, and they have you come in and I don't know, beforehand they didn't really do this too much. It was built in order to have like a quick search chamber, to make sure everything's good and then let them in. And it was sort of a deterrent for any ne'er-do-wells, as they would be shut inside this during the search.
As we get up to the gate, I kind of lean over and like, what's the southernmost town on this continent?
Southern town? Well, Morak says it's really just Bexley and Bridgeport. There's some minor villages established by some freelancers from Calais, but nothing big enough to hold a name.
Okay.
I wish to be as quiet and out of sight as possible, so I'm going to bring us up to the gate, and if you two are comfortable speaking, or anyone else, I just don't want them to recognize me.
Keep your head down.
Thank you. And he kind of pulls up his cloak a bit, and you guys head up to the first gate that again is open, and 2 of the guards are just sort of doing that with complete apathy, just like, come on, move in, yep, the way like construction workers on the road will do, just like, yep, this way, closer, come on, and and they get you into that main section. They don't close the doors behind you, but the inner gate is closed, and the 3rd guard comes up to the front. Kind of saunters up. Well, don't get too many travelers here. But good to have the business, I suppose. What brings you all here? He's kind of looking
Oh,
over the
we
wagon.
are on a pilgrimage for the Church of Sune. I am leading these worshippers here to the north to be able to go and continue to study some of the rare. Oh my gosh, hang on, I can't brain.
Soon
What's
they be
the
with you from the back.
ruins. We heard of some ruins there that have been discovered for our lady, and we would love to go on. We're going on our pilgrimage to go see. I'm leading these people.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Other side.
Pilgrimage. We're just gonna search. We're gonna search the wagon, make sure there's no illegal contraband coming in. We'll do the same when you leave. Yeah. So everyone sit still, stay calm, and this will be over in a minute.
Oh, of course, sir. It is just my traveling companions, several of our animals, and our traveling supplies. We have no need for any illicit substances, but do your duty as you would. To take your search, but you need have no worry.
And kind of looks in. Does he roll
Dan,
the
I'm
19?
gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Well, they're already looking in. So.
No. He's looking in at Mina.
Okay. If
She's got her
If they
hood up.
haven't looked in the back, Caitlin's gonna take, because I have a silver cloak in my bag. I'm gonna take it and drape and kind of put it over Brewer, trying to disguise him a little bit.
But
Nice.
How
You
would
go
reach
to
him?
and you don't see Brewer. He was there like a minute ago. You don't see him now.
It's a covered wagon. That's how it is.
Yeah. At some point in the last
Brewer's
like
not
10
there?
minutes, yeah, he did something and he's not in there.
Wait, after I put the cloak on him?
No, this is before. You turn and you're like, he was here like, I mean, you're all sitting together. The last,
Alright,
it was
so
like 5-10 minutes and you're like.
push the cloak back in my bag.
Brixi's gonna probably see Kaylin take the cloak out.
Mhm.
And she's gonna grab the cloak. Wait, we gotta have the dragon. So
Okay.
she does put it up.
I give it to her.
Cover dragon.
And Mina is saying all of this very loudly, so she's taking time to give the people in the back, like, this is happening.
Okay.
Give people before.
You're not gonna
Well,
cause trouble here, right? He says to Mina as he's getting a better look at her face.
Absolutely not, sir. I'm a cleric, and I show him my symbol.
Make a persuasion check with advantage with the cleric and symbol of Sune.
Dan, I'm still dressed as Farmer Fred, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
know.
Unless you don't want to be, then that's fine too.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure it didn't say that it changed back.
14. I thought I had a hard persuasion.
Yeah, he's like,
It's Ormia that has the high.
Oh, whoops.
oh, brutal. He just gives that like, walks around back. And what were you saying, Brixi?
And then she just kind of is like, I understand. Racist.
Nice.
She doesn't actually do that. That was
Yeah,
me.
that's awesome. Was there something else, Brixi, you were saying you were doing in the back?
I was gonna rephrase my statement and ask Caitlin, can she borrow?
I've already given it to you.
Yeah. I was only
Oh, okay.
She put the cloak over the dragon, Dan.
Oh, all right. Okay.
and then the dragon's like sitting right next. Like next.
Okay. Spoke on it. All right. The other two sort of, open
I
up.
did tell them. I did tell them that we have various odd animals. So.
Okay, good to warn them. All right. So you probably in the front row. It's like, oh my gosh, Brewer, like, not knowing he's gone.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
they open up the back and whoosh, whoever's, everyone inside there, the light kind of shines in, and they see you. They see all of you. There's Kaylin, sitting there. It's just, right inside, like nonchalant as you can, like a meal that's all, like essentially ducked into the corner of darkness. Like they can kind of see that there's someone there, but they almost don't pay much mind. He just kind of hid his presence. Emercina with her wings tucked way in. Okay. And he looks around at Brixi, the blue tiefling. Before he kind of looks down and sees like the hooves first, and then looks up, like, and then catches the wizard puppy. Like,
I just sort of like, hi. I didn't say anything, but I like, wiggle my non-existent tail.
One of them's like,
corgi butt.
"Aww." Yeah. The other one's like,
Cute, right?
One of them's like, "Yes, this is so cute." The other guard's like, Preston, I think maybe you should just take a look at this. And don't worry, folks. I'm nothing to be worried about. Just, I'm sure you get it. Kind of turns and looks around.
Keep being cute, Blueberry.
The other one's still just like, the puppy. Do you want some love, puppy?
Oh yeah.
So Preston comes back around and looks.
Dan, while that was going on, does the little baby luck dragon? Oh no!
There's rolls for all the things. Yeah, he's doing a roll now just to see what he thinks after seeing. Oh, well, gosh, nothing over 10. All right, so he kind of looks around like, you all aren't going to be trouble for us, right?
Oh, absolutely not, sir. We are just taking a few days to rest, come to see the big city of Bridgeport. We are from a gathering of villagers down at the south, and just being in a city like this and seeing all those soldiers, it's so impressive.
I just want to hear it from them, so if I have to approach them later, I gave them a chance.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are any of you planning on being trouble here?
I'm just here
in the
to
back.
worship Sune.
And he kind of reassesses, like, looking around like, all right, this is probably what a bunch of Sune worshippers might look like. That are on a pilgrimage.
Sure.
Yeah.
I roll on my back.
You can tell Preston thinks it's cute a little bit too. Looks at puppers again. Blueberry. All right, folks, but just know we're going to be keeping an eye on you. Don't cause any trouble, and stay out of our hair. You'll be fine. I hope you enjoy your stay. Please spend your money while you're here.
Sune be with you.
He whistles and snaps up ahead, and a couple people at the top start cranking open the inner gate. It opens up, some dust furls up off the ground as it's this dirt-laden track that leads into Bridgeport. And before you sprawls this large town. Looks like it was definitely a town of craftspeople. There's a water mill where there's a river that runs through here. There's a number of mill-type buildings, modest residential buildings, and a livery for the hack and livery for horses and different animals, and a couple modest-sized businesses. And Felix, of course, you know where the Busted Ox is, Inn and Tavern. About halfway into the city, along the right-hand side from here.
Sure. Let's all get settled in first, just in case.
Moritz just like not waiting. As soon as they get the doors open, and you guys go through. And you find your way over to a place near the Busted Ox Inn, where you can hitch your horses and rest your wagon.
While we're traveling through the wagon, I'm gonna speak with animals.
Okay.
And where is it? Wait, first off, before art thou?
You cast the spell, and I think you.
Well, I gotta make sure I have it prepared.
Ah.
What? Why can't I find it? Level.
You do. It's a level 1 spell. You have it prepared.
I do.
Yep. At the bottom of your level 1
Oh,
sheet.
I
Just
see
took
it.
a
It's
peek.
right.
Mhm. You cast that spell.
And I just say, I tell her good job. And
Oh, to the luck
yeah,
dragon. Okay.
see if it.
You don't hear any
Sweet.
speech back, but you just the luck dragon does that sort of purr type thing. It's not quite a purr. Oops. Drop my dice. But it does sort of an affectionate kind of thing. But in your research, you knew you know you weren't sure, but you got the vibe that it might not be an animal per se.
Okay.
Well, everyone, welcome to Bridgeport. Dust is to your left, and we've got dirt on the right.
It's exciting.
Very.
There's a very heavy Crimson Guard presence here, naturally. Felix, it's like a large wooden barn almost that's been erected over where this mine shaft is on top, like square in the middle of the town, where the where the town square used to be. Is all dug up, and that seems to be the entrance to the mine. It stands out like a sore thumb.
Is the entrance guarded?
Loosely. There's just a number of Crimson Guard in and around, coming in and out, and then other just workers. But everyone that is going in and out seems to have the workers seem to have that same cloth type, light cloth tee almost that has the Crimson Guard symbol on the front. So you think they might be some trusted guards?
Do the people looking at the mine, do they look happy, or do they kind of look like they're forced into this situation?
You can make an insight check as you're passing by. Morik's really just keeping his head down, and he's just trying to perceive stuff and not doing
23.
Okay. The people don't look like they're forced. No, they look like they're tired and worn, like it's tough work. But no one looks like they're doing it against, that sort of dead eye look where they're just like lost all hope and doing it against their will.
They're just exhausted.
Yeah. They're dirty. They're have bruises and scrapes. Some have full-on bandaged areas.
Are there a lot of people who are hurt?
I mean, many have. I mean, not in the sample that you've seen so far. You've seen a few.
Okay. As we pass by them, I'm going to cast a few healing. Just kind of whisper the healing their way.
You just said, and what's that, Blueberry?
Oh, I was just gonna say, Blueberry. Can I see if I can smell brewer at all?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation check, because you're sort of intentionally trying to get a scent off brewer.
Investigation.
With advantage, because you spent a lot of time.
You're gonna have to remind me how to do that.
Sorry. At the very bottom left, there's an ADV button for advantage. If you click that first and then roll your investigation, it'll do it with advantage.
Oh wait, 1 second. So sorry.
No, take your time. You've spent a fair amount of time. With Brewer. I mean, it's a really interesting question because I have in my mind, I know Brewer, and there is actually a faint, distinct smell that he has. That's not machinery. I mean, he definitely has machinery smell. There's oil, there's some type of oil, lubricant, and other things in there. This is Brewer you're talking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Warforged.
Yes. Okay. But there's also the scent of a person, very faint.
Ooh. And is he still in the like? Can I smell him in the cart, or is he?
You know what? You would have a great view. Like, I'm assuming everyone's probably going to get out of the cart at the Busted Ox. As everyone piles out, you being really short, you can see right under the cart, and just like fold it up into himself like a bunch of times to make himself smaller. Underneath the cart is Brewer.
Oh, that's so cool.
He looks around. It is safe.
Yeah.
Kind of spins his head like 180, look at the ground, and then drops his body, crawls out and telescopes back out a bit. Draws up his hood himself.
Oh.
Brewer.
Cape around.
He was happy.
I was worried they would not understand.
Or they would have taken you.
They would have tried.
Yeah.
And he starts walking into the door there, the tavern.
This is the
I'll follow
Busted
Berwin.
Ox, Bridgeport's finest establishment.
Yeah, as you get even on the front, out in the front porch here, there's a small set of steps up. It's sort of like an old western town where everything has a front porch that kind of runs along the length of the town. And even out on the front deck of this building, it's different. It's seen a lot more wear and tear these days. There's it's fairly rowdy inside. It's always been a bit rowdy, but even as you walk in, you see further evidence that this place is, people come here a lot to drink away all the stress and all the work that they have. And there's definitely that smell like you can't keep up with all the cleaning and the booze spilling and everything else. A lot of the nicer things. It used to be fairly nicely decorated, had some nice decor. A lot of it's broken or just missing. And they didn't bother putting anything else up nice to replace it. But, you know, as everyone steps off and you guys start to head up, Morak just says, well, do you want me to leave the cart? Oh, and he clears his voice. Do you want me to leave the cart here? Or should I take it with me as I seek, you know?
It might be best to leave it with the majority of us.
Indeed.
It would be weird for those traveling to not have the thing that they're traveling with
Yes.
on.
They're gonna bag out.
We'll just keep it at the stables here. You, and she kind of pats his shoulder, take the blessing of Sune,
Oh,
go
he
on
pretends
your-
to.
on your journey, because I'm sure
Thank
there's
you.
someone else in the stables there.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. Thank you for the ride. Starts, walking off slowly. Into the sunset. And further into town.
Merrick was
That's the
never heard
last
from
thing-
again.
Awesome. All right, so you guys are in Bridgeport now. You want to settle in? You want to? Let's see. I mean, it's midday. It's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm of the mind of spending a little bit of money here in the tavern and see if we can pick up on some gossip.
Caitlin's hungry. Caitlin's already followed Brew in, so yeah, she's already inside.
Brew's gonna look for a dark corner. Rolls a 1, so he just kind of sits down like he thinks it's a back seat, but it's actually like right next to the kitchen with the doors. So every time the doors swing up, they hit his seat.
Caitlin doesn't trust any of the people here, so she's going to stay close to him just to make sure. If no one tries to, like, I don't know,
So is the
persuade
cart?
him.
So is the cart at the tavern?
Yes, it's parked outside with the horses tied to the posts out there.
Okay, so Brixi's just gonna stay in the cart,
Okay.
and she's just gonna see if the luck dragon has imprinted on her. So she's gonna luck dragon down and just walk backwards
Mm-hmm.
to see if it.
Make an animal handling check. I never get to. I love that skill, getting to use it because it's so infrequent.
With advantage.
No, just a regular one currently. What'd you get?
7.
Oh,
Thanks, Keyleth.
it's just sort of looking at you like. It walks, looks around. There's some stuff under the benches and stuff, and just looks at you, not running away either. So.
All right, I step out of the cart and watch it.
Okay. Let's see. It's right in the middle. I don't. Okay. It sort of turns and scurries out and is looking down like to try and get down, but it's a little too far of a drop for it.
I hop back in the cart, go to the other end of the cart.
It's more the same, as you continue to go back and forth. It's sort of happy to be in the cart and doesn't want to be left alone, it seems, is the vibe you get, but it also can't make the leap out. So when you get back in, it just sort of, sniffs around again, checks its surroundings.
So I think we bring our stuff in and get some drink and some.
Yes, for sure. Bartender, could we get a couple of bottles of your finest wine, please?
Oh,
Yes.
Dan, I forgot to mention, after she picks up, Brixi picks up the baby like dragon and goes finds the others
Okay.
with the cloak over. Brixi puts the cloak on and
Mm-hmm.
puts
The hood
and
up.
just head up and from the events that happened, and
Okay.
then she's gonna have to try to cover dragon. So she's just like this. There we go.
Awkwardly, like like a shoplifting kid. There's a
Yikes.
and Felix, you recognize the barkeep as Harship Oxburden, the proprietor here. Still alive and kicking. You thought, I mean, it has been that long, but every time you walk in and see Harship still alive there. He's an old dwarf, really, really old dwarf.
You two are still living?
yeah, nice. Yeah, he's past the age that dwarves usually live, and he's just refuses to give up life, give up the ghost, and he's still there serving people, spry and sort of hustling about. And I've got what is it you'd like? The fine wine? Oh, Willie. that's
Nothing
this
but the
is.
finest for the worshippers of the Lady in Red.
Nothing but the finest. Yeah.
Plus,
You'll get what you get. And he kind of goes back into a cabinet that has some rudimentary wine in it. Definitely not a big vineyard area, unfortunately. But he's got some, blows off some of the dust and takes a cloth and cleans down 2 bottles. And just sets down some beer steins because he doesn't have any wine glasses or anything. There you go.
Mina uses mending to fix hers.
Nice. Perfect.
Felix tilts it. Oh, look at the legs on this wine. Beautiful, beautiful. Sune.
She's a goddess of crafting, so this works.
Nice. Yeah. All right, that's a silver for the 2. And he just taps the table and goes down to help some other patrons.
I want to order.
He walks back. What is it? What would you like, lass?
I like a plate. Do you have any food here?
Do we? Yes, we've got food here.
I would like a plate of your best food, as well as a mug of your strongest ale.
Strongest ale I can do. Best flavor's a bit of a preference thing, wouldn't you say, lass? You looking for meat? You looking for stew? Meat.
Something hearty.
I've got just the thing for you, lass. And he
And
seems
some
to be...
Brianna, nice. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, right, that's...
Yeah.
My dwarf. He walks back to the kitchen. You hear him kind of shouting at a person or two in the kitchen. And then he comes back out and with a nice stein, nice frosted. It seems to be like a glass stein that was coated in water, put in a freezer somewhere, or cooled magically or whatever, and opens up a tap of this. There's a number of casks on tap here, right up on the counter. And this one has this really sort of a really nice like iron banding with some fancy etchings along the straps, the iron straps, and just tips it, pops it off, puts it down. It's the perfect amount of head on top, and
Nice.
your food will be out soon, lads.
Thank you, sir.
Mina's just using mending on like everything that she can.
Nice.
It's like this place used to be nice. Then I shall make it. Like this is her thought process. Is like, I shall help make it so again.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay. I'll see.
Mending.
I'll see if he catches on to that because I think he'd appreciate it. And what's Blueberry doing? Is Blueberry coming in?
Yeah, Blueberry's gonna come in, and if Kalen's gonna get some food, he's gonna try and steal some.
Nice.
Bucket bacon.
Galen, this plate comes out. I say a plate, but it's more like a serving platter.
Yes.
It's like 2 feet oval, 2-foot oval plate, and it's this heavy ceramic down on the bar. And you've got your meat, you've got your potatoes, you've got your bread, and you do have this bowl of like some kind of hearty stew as well, with this thick broth in there. And yeah, and it does look delicious. Just as Blueberries, you hear this thud as Blueberry comes hopping up, like lap bar. And then he's like, oh well.
It's okay. Blueberry. This is Blueberry. He's with me, and I'll just start putting some meat onto a napkin for Blueberry.
Would you like another platter for your dog?
I think we're good. There's enough food here, but thank you. Thank you.
I think maybe another platter for the rest of us as well.
Very well. Heartier
If you
folk
don't
than I
mind,
took you
sir,
for.
thank you.
Not at all. And walks out.
Felix,
I'm gonna give a
Felix
piece of
passes-
bread to Brewer. That's the thing to do.
He kind of takes it and looks. Thank you. Puts it up and again does like the chomping tooth toy. Just little bits of bread are flying everywhere. Yeah.
She puts a couple of pieces in her bag to start out with, and we're good.
Kitchen door opens and slams his seat. oh, kind of looking his eyes over at the person that walked out. And what's that, Felix?
Felix passes over the salt. It's like, if I know our ship, you're gonna want this.
And you do. It's fair. It's hearty, but it's pretty bland. It really is like, here's meat. Let's cook it. Let's heat it. It's more like it. Okay, and as Brixi comes in as well and sits down, Brixi, you find them pretty easily. They're at a table that's sort of bar adjacent. It's in the back. Emil, are you coming in too, or are you doing any stealthy tuck away in a corner? And M, actually. And no worries if you
I think.
Mhm.
I think normally what Emil would do is he would gamble. Because I'm Eckert, I think Eckert will just sit with the others and have a meal and read a book.
Nice. Do you have any thoughts on what the book might be?
I have a trashy work.
Nice. If not, don't worry about it. Just curious if you had anything in mind.
I suspect it's a book on magical creatures.
Oh, okay. Neat. One of Volo's publishings,
Nice,
no
yeah.
doubt. Perfect. And M, if you're still up, no worries if you had to suck out. I don't blame you. If you are here still, do you want to go in with everyone and eat, or is there anything? Do you want to just like get a room and go hide?
I think she's gone.
She's probably gone. That's fine. I'll say for now that she probably comes in. It's sort of a motley crew anyway. So she'll come in and sit down and as well. You guys get your food, your platter of food, and if you have any taste buds at all, you're immediately asking for the salt from Kaylin. Kaylin, the brew is strong and it's good. It's the only thing in here that actually has a lot of flavor. It's that
That's
really
good.
strong brew.
After I eat my soup, I'm going to make some water in my alchemy jug and pour some water for Barry.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I drink it all.
And Caitlin will just kind of pat Blueberry on the head.
That's awesome.
I lick Kaylin's face.
Aww. That's so
Thanks.
great. I need to put that on here. Right, you guys sit down. You have your meal. And that's such a cute exchange between Kaylin and Blueberry, and Brewer's still there, just every so often, chewing on his bread to try and fit in. Emil, Eckert, sorry. You're there as well, reading a book, and as you go to grab a bite of food, a bit of bread, you lift it up to your mouth and go to bite. And, you bite your finger by accident, and it's really like this really bad sharp dig. Raise your hands up.
I'm gonna hide that pretty quickly. Pretend that didn't happen.
Didn't happen. You try and awkwardly it hit the fang. You got those two vampire fangs. They pinch at your lip, and you just kind of cover your mouth and get it all closed up, and kind of scan the room like, did anybody see that? And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Because no one knows except Brixi, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Brixi's gonna scan just in case she sees any other entity.
Okay. You do that. Yeah, right at the top of next week, we can do some scans and see if anyone spotted Emil or not, or and Emil, you can do like a hiding thing too, sleight of hand.
Sliding in a robe, none of us see
You
it.
know,
No one's
you
gonna
know,
see anything.
I was thinking about it. Like, wait, Brixi was doing some vampire, looking up information about a cure,
Hmm.
and like I totally forgot about it, and then the van.
Well, there's always next session. You can go back and look again.
I could have used my inspiration dice. Gosh darn it!
Oh, that's right.
All that handling shit.
Well, thank you so much, players, of
Oh.
course. And I know so many of you are super tired and it's late. And I thank you so much for being here. And chat, you're amazing as always. So lively tonight. It's amazing. I wish I could read more and engage a little more in chat. I think when I get a third monitor, I'll be able to do that. But in the meantime, just thank you so much. It's hilarious and wonderful looking at chat and seeing you all engage with all of us. And yeah, so we'll catch you, every Friday for those that are new. Every Friday night we have our Stormfall episodes here, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. And every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern, we have our All Evil campaign, Kier's Lament. And maybe some other stuff on the horizon. So yes, check it out. Check out the YouTube page, which I think Nightbot already linked it, but this Nightbot's pretty good about doing. I hope you all really enjoyed, players and chat. And there we go. And I hope you all have a great time, great night, great weekend.
Welcome back, Beth.
Oh, thank you, Randy.
Oh, thanks,
And welcome
guys.
back, Beth. That was so exciting.
Oh, guys, next week is special. We hit our 50th
Yes.
episode in our year. You
Yes.
guys figured that
I
out?
think it's like just around the year, right? I've got to look at YouTube again. But I
Yeah,
think so.
it was. Yeah, no. It was like the 14th or something. Yeah, it should be next week, and then that's also our 50th episode.
Amazing.
That lined up well.
Yes, I love it. So, real dice for everybody, and probably I'm going to give everyone an inspiration at the top of the episode. Because that's a pretty huge milestone. A year, and it does not feel like it.
And Beth is back.
Oh, Beth is back,
For the
yes!
50th and for our inspiration.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, have a great night, everyone. We'll catch you soon. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for the cheer, Randy, too. Yay. See y'all. Bye.